Hey guys, it's Smudge here, and we're in War Thunder. Now, I did a stream the other day in War Thunder that went okay for about an hour, and then things started going wrong. First, the open broadcaster software I used to record and stream started losing packets, so the stream got really jerky. And then I got an email from YouTube, which was really nice, saying you have to take this down because you've broken copyright. And I was like, awesome. Now the copyright was for the music, the background music that you get in the music. In the menus, it is some kind of crappy church music. But apparently, someone owns the copyright to that, which I wasn't allowed to use. And YouTube jumped up and down on my skull until I took the video off YouTube. So that's now gone. Now I was joined by a couple of people for that stream, Skipjack UK and Rage was the other guy, and yeah, we had quite a lot of fun, and I learned quite a lot about the game. So I'd just like to say massive thank you to those guys for joining me, and also a massive apologies that I can't upload that video. Also, the recording that I did of the video at the time ended up being pretty rubbish as well. The open broadcaster doesn't seem to record as well as what Shadowplay does, so the quality was pretty horrific, and it was also really jerky. So what I thought I'd do tonight is just do a couple of battles, maybe in tanks and planes, and see kind of how we get on. Now, War Thunder is a game I got in the beta. I had like very early access to this, and I played it for a little while, and then just kind of got distracted by other things, and kids and dogs and all the other good things that kind of life throws at you, and I never really kind of went back to it, which is a shame, because I've been playing it all this week and I'm having immense fun with it. Now, I generally more go for simulator type games like DCS, things like that. When it comes to flying, and arcadey type games like World of Planes and well, this the way it is. Don't normally interest me, but I have been having a lot of fun kind of learning this and just kind of flying around and having a lark about. Now, like I said, I am very new to this. If I bring up my research trees here at the moment, as you can see, I've literally not researched anything in the American tree. In the German tree, I've done a couple of tanks over the last week. I've managed to get up to a Panzer III J1, or that's what I'm researching. I've got the Panzer III J, and I'm researching that. That's about as far as I've got with that. And aviation-wise, I've not done anything with the German planes either. Russians, this is kind of, I played the Russians and the British when I was playing back when the game first came out, so I've got a few kind of Russian aircraft here, but nothing of any sort of like major levels. I don't have the jets or any of the superior fighters, and when it comes to tanks, literally done nothing there, because tanks weren't around when I first started playing this. It was just aircraft. The British is kind of what I'll enjoy playing the most, because I am British, and they've got Spitfires, which are cool, and they've got Hurricanes, which I think are cool. So I've done a few kind of battles in the British aircraft, and again, the British and the Japanese and don't have tanks, so nothing really showed there. And as you can see with the Japanese, I've literally done nothing there either. So overall, my progress in this is tiny. I've barely kind of scratched the surface, but I am having quite a lot of fun with this, to be honest. It's something that's kind of a good good distraction. Now, I do enjoy how this works. It's in the World of series. You get a tank, and then you have to train up your crew for it, and every time that you get a new tank, you kind of have to retrain that crew or get new crew. But with this, is you have slots, and then these slots, the crew is dedicated to the slot. So if we bring up the crew tab, you can see the experience that you've put into so like the pilot, gunners, things like this, the different qualifications in that slot, and the experience stays with that slot. So you can train an aircraft or a tank into a slot, and as you can see, they're the aircraft that are available for that slot. So at the moment, I've got a Gladiator trained into that slot, and also the Spitfire. So that's kind of how that works, which I think works really well. It's quite intuitive, and I enjoy that aspect of it. And all of my planes and all of my tanks, I've got this kind of like Pegasus logo, I think it is, which I think is quite cool. So I've kind of got that attached to all of my planes and tanks, because I think it looks cool, and you know, it matches my YouTube logo in a way of the black cats, or I guess it's kind of a dog, but you know, it is what it is. So I think that's enough waffling from me. What I'm going to do is go into a battle. I'm going to do a tank battle first, actually, because I enjoy tank battles. You know, they're a lot of fun. Now, in the battles you have several different types. You've got arcade, realistic and simulator. I enjoyed a realistic. I'd like to do a simulator battle, but to be honest, I've not been able to get into one yet because nobody seems to play them. You can click on a simulator battle and click play. You wait about 10 minutes and then you just get bored and then go, right, I'll just go do an arcade battle. And in a way it's the same with realistic battles, which is a real shame, because to me the realistic battles are much more rewarding. In the arcade battles, everything's kind of done for you. You're given a point of aim, you know, all of the tanks are highlighted, they've got people's names above them, and they're really easy to spot. You know, it doesn't really require much skill or thought. It's just a case of, oh, there's a tank, I'm going to point at it and press the button and bang, it's dead. But with realistic battles, it takes a little bit more thought, and things like aiming and getting your rounds on target, again, take a little more thought, and that's kind of what I enjoy. So I like the realistic battle, so I'm going to hit battle on this, but as you'll see with this, barely anybody plays the realistic battles, which is ridiculous, because it's more fun, it's more engaging, it's more rewarding, there's more to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the recording here, and I'm going to sit here and wait probably for about 10 minutes and then get bored and then go, sod it, I'm just going to do an arcade battle. But it looks like actually the EE server's starting to fill up, so I might get a game pretty soon. So I'll pause this here and I'll start this again once the battle starts. So we'll see. Ooh, see you soon. Hey guys, okay, so in game, that wasn't too bad actually. That only took about 3 minutes. But it's 3 minutes too long to wait, really. So I'm going to select my Panzer 3J and let's get underway and see if we can't die really quickly, which is probably going to happen. So always at the start of War Thunder games I get massive pauses, I guess just while everybody's loading in, but generally after about a minute or so they all smooth themselves out and it's all really good. So this is a realistic battle, which means that you don't get aiming assists. There's a few other changes, but mostly it's just down to that. But as you can see, you generally get people kind of doing really random stuff for no apparent reason, like shooting into the air, because why not? Most probably a bot, but who knows these things. So we'll drive towards the target area here. Oops. As someone just randomly stops in front of me there. Well, why not? We'll go see if we can't find someone to shoot us. Some nice artillery coming down there. Always nice when that random guy's shooting over my freaking head. So just keeping an eye out here, because no doubt there's going to be bad guys everywhere who are wanting to shoot me in the face. Looks like we've got some kind of anti-aircraft tank shooting down the road there, so we'll see if we can't ruin his day. shot on me before my turret gets there. So a couple of good hits on him there, killed some of his crew members, and he didn't get a shot on me, so I'm all happy with that. So we've got someone else moving over. That's that anti-aircraft dude, so let's see if he pokes his head back out again. If he does, we'll knock it off. Yeah, have some machine gun rounds, I don't mind that. So, by angling my tank there, he was shooting at me, but he never got any penetration rounds, and I pretty much managed to penetrate everything through him, but he was in a slightly less armoured tank, so... So he took out his engine there. Yeah, your rounds aren't going to do anything to me, buddy. You just keep shooting at them. So I took out my breach, and now my gun's dead. I guess it did do something to me, but that's okay. We can fix that. So we've got, oops, and artillery shells coming in there as well. All fun and games. But we've got 10 seconds to repair, and then once our breach is back up, we can go around there and kill him. Come on, one. All fun and games. So I think I've got damaged optics there, and also my radio operator's slightly brown bread as well, so... Russian armour. Yeah, I thought so. So I lost my my turret rim, my vertical aiming device. Russian tanks. Yeah, not OP at all. So I'll do a pocket here. Can I repair these? Yeah, actually I can. So get these fixed up. But hey ho, that's Russian tanks for you. They'll always one-shot a German tank because Russia. And what can you expect from a game designed by Russians? And you also find that World of Tanks suffers from the same sort of problem, in that Russian armour is generally more superior to anything else in the game for some reason. But we'll just wait on the tank repairing here, only 9 seconds to go. And then hopefully he'll just be coming over that bridge and coming around the corner, and we can put a shot in the side of him. But the rest of our team seems to have buggered off that direction, so... Airplanes coming overhead, that's always fun. Oh yeah, because you can. Killed by a frickin' airplane. But hey ho, that's fun. So we'll take my F-Panzer now, and then we'll go see if we can't do the same. That's one thing that does kind of ruin this for me. Is the fact that people can call in aeroplanes and then shoot you in the face or drop a bomb on you, which in a tank battle seems to be a little unfair, but I guess it gives the guys in those anti-aircraft guns something to do, but then most of them seem to be frickin' idiots that shoot most of their ammo into the ground. Point taken. So I guess the good news is that we're actually winning this one. I don't know how, but we are. then we'll see if we can't go kill that Russian tank thing that killed us before. Probably not the safest moving across this bridge like this, but I want to come in from a different direction than I did before, because tactics. Now, I do love the textures in this though, the tank textures. Absolutely second to none. So much better than anything you kind of see in the likes of World of Tanks, for instance. You know, everything does look much more kind of used and much more realistic, which I do enjoy. You know, the eye candy in this really is very nice. Again, just moving around the sides here, and then we'll see if we can't get position on a couple of unsuspecting foes. But saying that, this might be over by the time we'll get there, and my tank's not moving. There we go. Must have just been stuck in high gear. All fun and games. So there's a very good chance this will be over B time before we get close to the enemy, and by the looks of it we've got friendly sitting on the enemy cap, which is always fun and always fair. Why let them come and enjoy having a fight? Just kill them when they spawn. You know, that's always the best way forward. Hit with the coax. Oops, and it's over. Let's see how we did. Probably shit, because that game wasn't really up for much. 7th. Not top, not bottom. I'll take that though. And what did I get there? Professional. Award for destroying an enemy vehicle without losing your own. Huzzah! And then, yep, so we killed 2. And died 1, so 50-50, why not? Okay, so research. Apparently we completed some research on artillery, so we'll purchase that. And then the last thing to research on there is that next stage of armoured piercing round. Yep, okay, thank you. Oops, and then we've got some crew things we can train up there as well. Let's have a look how our research here is going. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to getting the Panzer J1, so, but what I'm going to do now is that I think we'll do an air battle in our Spitfire. I think we'll go for a realistic battle again. Now the difference in air battles that I found is that in the realistic battle you only get 1 aircraft, whereas in the arcade battles you get as many aircraft as you seem to take into the game. But we'll go for a realistic battle first, and then we'll see how this goes. So again, I'll pause this here. Well, I might not even need to pause this here. I'll probably go straight in because the air battles do. So that's cool. So we're loading straight into the battle here, and then wait for my awesome system to load up the game, and then we'll get underway and see what we can do in a Spitfire. Now with this I am using mouse controls rather than a stick. I find it in the arcade and in the realistic battles you don't really kind of need to use a stick, but in the simulator battles it is a bit more required because you need that bit more input. Drop there, and then we'll pull the undercarriage in. I do like the cockpit views in this. They are quite cool, and the gauges all kind of work as well, which is pretty funky. And the mirror even shows kind of brown stuff behind it. But I find, you know, being I don't know if this, well, I guess it's not cheating because it's part of it, but I find this view to be the easiest because... Hey guys, so at this point something kind of went horribly wrong and all of the audio cut out. I'm not sure what kind of caused it, but yeah, no sound at all for the next kind of... well, I think it was about half an hour. So what I'm actually going to do is fast forward through this point to the point where we have the engagement, just so you can kind of see how this battle ended, and then we'll skip forward through to the next tank battle when there was actually some sound. So sorry about that. I honestly don't know what the hell's going on with these recording things I use, but every now and then they just... yeah, they just crap out, and you know, no explanation why. But I guess it's either hardware or software or something. But hey ho, here we go. Okay, so after about 5 months of flying, I came across this PE2. I thought I'd go in there and have a go. And my squirt manages to take out his left engine quite quickly there. But the PE2 is quite a dangerous aircraft. It's got a fairly lethal rear gunner, so I was trying to roll the aircraft and stay underneath him while trying to bring my my guns onto target. So that's why I'm kind of rolling here, just to try to kind of stay out the way of his guns. But no matter where I was behind him, they're gonna seem to be able to kind of shoot at me. So I pursue this just for a little while here, and I keep giving him short bursts, which don't seem to kind of be coming to much more kind of fruit than other than taking out his left engine with that initial burst there. So I give him a few more squirts here, and then he starts moving out the range of my gun, so it kind of becomes a bit more pointless, kind of keep shooting at him because I'm being ineffective, and you know, I'm just kind of wasting ammo, which is a very limited resource in realistic battles. So again, just trying to catch up here and diving slightly, trying to gain speed, but the two aircraft there are much faster than what I am. So then I see an aircraft coming in, which I believe is an I-16, and you know, I've got position on him. I'm slightly higher. You know, I'm in a slightly more modern aircraft, so I'm kind of thinking, well, okay, we'll give this a go. So I start coming downhill on him here and kind of squirting face to face, but kind of no real effect there. And then as I'm turning the corner here under high G load, he's already turned around and kind of put a quick squirt into me. But the Russian guns are just incredibly powerful, and they just rip you to shreds. And again there, he just burns me up, and then before I know it, he's also turned back around, and he's kind of shooting at me again before I can get my aircraft around on him. So yeah, as you can see on the graphic there to the left hand side of the screen, my wing and fuselage were already dead. So that was the end of that. Okay, so after the end of that, I went into another realistic tank battle. Now my live commentary is about to resume, so I'll shut up here and let that take over now. As the game starts, which always seems to happen. I don't know if it's just me that gets that, or if that's everybody. It might just be my computer being shit. But yep, our frames should kind of hopefully start working their way back up. God, that's freaking horrific. Okay, there we go, our frames are back in the green and we're good to go. Another one of them, just shoot him to the ground because he can. Which always makes me nervous, because you don't know if they're going to shoot you up their arse, just because they can. actually going to follow these guys around this way. See, we can't go around the outside and pick off some tanks. Going into the middle early just ends up kind of getting artillery slammed on your head. It becomes a bit of a pain in the balls. We've got some tanks engaging over this way anyway, so looks like there's definitely some action ahead. Let's see what's going on here now. Hit the rock there, that's not too clever. Kill assist. Guess I didn't get him. But we've got a couple of shots in there at least, that's decent. Okay, so this guy's parked in front of me, which is really nice of him. We've got our AI shooting a tank on top of the wall up there. We're starting to move into their spawn here, which is something I don't really like. Spawn killing just, yeah, seems a bit cheap. But we'll move through this and then we'll move around behind them anyway. Hey, it's war. War's not supposed to be fair. And besides, they could spawn in behind me and shoot me up the arse, so I'm taking a risk at the same time anyway. A few loss of frames there. It's not great. Take care of him first, he's a bigger threat. Turret's not jammed. I've lost the track. No, that's the end of that. I knew that's always a danger going around by their spawn anyway, so that was my own fault really. But nice way to die. Killed by a 94. So we'll take my F anyway, and then we'll try that again. Yep, that was my own silly fault. I really shouldn't have kind of gone around the back of that spawn anyway. It's cheap, and you deserve to die when you do it. trying to find the right aim point here. There is an enemy stuck or something now. Just slightly high, I think. Oh, there we go. And someone did shoot me in the back there, which was probably some fucking idiot pressing fire when he starts. But hey ho, such is life. New damage. He's going to drop a bomb on me here. Tasty. Again, aircraft in a tank battle. Yeah, brilliant. Just wait. And we've got a couple of bad guys over here as well, so let's see if we can't mess their days up. Oh, like a Russian tank. Artillery fire's probably coming down on my head. So that was a good clean kill anyway, I'm happy with that. Yeah, oh, artillery inbound. So I really want to kind of move out of here. Against soft ground takes a little bit of time to get the tank up to speed. Okay, I'm sure I saw a bad guy heading up that direction, so I don't want to get caught in the side or from behind. Kill assist, so somebody I shot earlier on has just died, but that's handy. Coming in from the left there. This turret does take 10 years to turn, which is always handy. So this is stuck. Oh, come on, someone come up fucking shoot this guy. Jesus Christ. Loads of guys there and none of them are advancing on this bloody stone. For fuck's sake. Ah, Jesus Christ. You know, it really doesn't take much to think, oh look, he's gone round the corner, he's distracting that stug, let's go up there and actually shoot him in the back. But no, that takes thought. And again, this type of game doesn't really encourage thinking as such, or people that generally kind of think generally don't play it that much. So that's the end of that battle anyway. So we'll return to the hangar. Fuck's sake, all it took is for those guys to come up the hill and shoot that stug in the side, and that would have been the end of that. That's absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, we'll go back, we'll do an arcade air battle. Oops, okay, so got stuff to research. And then we'll do one more arcade air battle, and then I think we'll call this a night. Cool, So we'll pause this here anyway, and I'll see you in game. Okay, so here we are. We're in for an arcade air battle. So we've got all of our planes to play with here, as long as we get kills. So we'll see how this goes. Again, a big air armada kind of coming at us from the front, so I think what I prefer to do is actually turn away here, so we're not flying into a shitstorm. And then we'll see if we can't pick up a stray or a straggler. In fact, it looks like that Typhoon chose me. He's going to want to go head to head, isn't he? Interesting move. Oh, what on earth was that? I think I got rammed by someone coming the other way, which is fun. Oh, that was, yeah, that was interesting. But anyways, arcade, War Thunder, you know, amazing. Looks like we've got a guy coming down on us here as well. I'll take that one. Yep, pull up in front of me, I don't mind that. Oh, that frickin' lag really is running away. Oh, there's a Havoc chasing him down anyway, so we'll let him deal with that, and then we'll turn back around and see what goes on over this direction. In fact, that A20 is now in deep shit, so it looks like he fucked that one up, so let's go rescue his balls. Dragged us down to the deck here. That's okay. Oops, time for a reload. 10 seconds. One, that's us. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh look, killed by a yak. One shot. Russians. Oh my dear fucking God. But what can you expect, you know? I can hammer away with these 303s for about 10 years and do nothing. Russian comes along, one shot, dead. But then again, you know, I guess the Russians do have pretty powerful cannons and things like that that can do that sort of thing. So, you know. But, yeah. I guess with games like this, you know, it's a case of if you want to win, take Russian. Make sure I'm not being Seems to be a lot of reds around here and very, very few blues. Had my tail chopped off. Unbelievable. Games like this, I mean, they are fun, but they can be incredibly fucking frustrating at the same time. You can see the appeal to them, but I do think I much prefer games such as DCS, where you really kind of take skill in order to achieve a victory rather than just blind luck. I suppose this game can take an element of skill, but mostly, especially with these arcade battles, it is all just pure luck. So someone's attached himself to my tail, and that's awfully nice. That's me dead. Oh look! Another Russian plane! Yay! And now I'm just left to my shitty Blenheim. So that's fun. I don't even know if there's ground targets to target in this, is there? Let's go have a look. I don't think there is any ground targets in this, so this is a great game to come in with a bomber. Just what you want. With one forward firing machine gun and a turret, so if I go down there, I'm brown bread anyway. But hey ho. In for a penny, in for a pound and all that. In fact, let's see if we can't drop some bombs on them. Heads up. Let's see if we can't kill this Ju-87, because killing a Ju-87 and a Blenheim is for a win. And this thing really is kind of shaking its freaking nuts off coming downhill here. Oh, it crashed anyway. That's awfully nice of it. I've got a slightly warm engine there anyway. Probably out of range, but hey ho, it's worth giving them a spray. Don't even know if we have a base we can land in to repair. Maybe it's not one over there. Let's go have a look. What's the worst that can happen? Whoops. See if our speed will bleed off enough to let us land on this pass. Undercarriage down. Retract gear, but I'm landing. Why do I want to do that? A nice gentle landing. That's interesting, so you get points for landing. Maybe I should just keep doing that. Circle around and land. And then I'll earn lots of points. So even though we've landed, this thing doesn't seem to want to repair, which is handy. So we'll just park it here, shut down the engines. Nope, shut down the engines? Or do you not want to do that either? Nope, arcade mode for the win. So no repair anyway, got a dead engine, can't do much in this game mode with this aircraft, so I think we'll leave this here and call it a night. Again, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly haven't. War Thunder kind of... I enjoyed it in a way, I have to be honest, but most of the time it is just pure frickin' frustration. But I'll try and play this some more, and I maybe do more videos. You know, if you guys ask for it, I'll try to do it. But yeah, we'll certainly try a bit more of this in the future. So, anyways, I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching, and this is Smudge saying see you later.